This is Greg Orloff with IIoT World, and I'm here today with Joe Weiss. Joe is the managing partner at Applied Control Solutions, and he's also the managing director of ISA 99. Now, Joe, you're going to be attending the EnergyTech conference, and you're actually one of the keynote speakers at that session. EnergyTech's in Cleveland, Ohio from October 21st to 25th. So tell us a little bit about the conference from your perspective. There's a heavy focus on industrial control systems, cybersecurity, but the question that I would pose to you, Joe, is engineering at a high level. I mean, do you think there's a need there for them to participate more in the cybersecurity? Is that happening in the industry now or not so much?
Well, number one, thank you for having me speak. One of the things I'm looking forward to is it's not just EnergyTech, it's co-located with an IT conference. And one of the biggest things going on is the gap between the engineering community and the networking community, whether you call it IT or OT. And one of the things we need to understand or overcome is this concept of IT-OT convergence. The real convergence is between the engineering world with these engineering systems and the network world, regardless of whether you call it IT or OT. And that has not been happening in many, many instances. And it's led to actually some very significant problems.
So from your perspective, I mean, you threw out the word system. I just want to grab onto that for a second, because when one thinks about this type of an issue, I mean, it is a systems issue, right? But the word system may be transcending not just one departmental system, but an entire operation, whether it's a utility, whether it's a manufacturing site. Is that correct from your perspective?
Yeah, one of the things that makes securing control systems difficult is they are system of systems. And they have multiple vendors, multiple protocols, multiple everything. And in the world of just in time, if you will, it isn't just the specific organization, it's all of the connections coming in and out. But what I really want to get across is if you're only looking at the networks, you may as well be protecting Macy's or Target. What's making it a control system is the devices, the sensors, actuators, drives, power supplies. Those are the engineering systems that absolutely require the engineering organizations to be involved. And the irony is that's where you go boom in the night, and that's where we have the least amount of security.
So Joe, I mean, if you look at this session, EnergyTech, as well as some of the other events that are going on in parallel with that, I mean, what are some of the takeaways attendees are going to have an opportunity to learn, to walk out of there and implement?
Well, the first thing is cyber is a team sport. Hasn't been a team up till now. In fact, the only time I'm aware of that the team really, really was there was Stuxnet. It was the attackers. It was the only time where IT, engineering, physical security, etc., all work together to have something actually work. Short of that, I haven't seen, this is my personal view, all of those organizations seamlessly work together to protect anybody's systems. Pretty much a damning statement.
So this is not just a conference for technically inclined folks. This isn't an engineering conference. This isn't an IT. It isn't an OT conference. There's an opportunity for folks at the highest level in organizations, the C-suite, to the executives, down to those folks that I mentioned to come in and with a takeaway and actionable items to prevent something from happening in their organization. Is that fair?
Yes, and it's more than that too. Past couple of conferences I've been at, one of the major stock rating agencies has been there. And the reason they're there is they are worried about the enterprise risk, the existential risk to the organization. And if you're talking about a quote unquote industrial or manufacturing organization, the existential risk is not with IT. The existential risk resides on the factory floor, exactly where we have the least amount of security. And conversely, the most amount of potential damage.
Wow. So if you're listening to this video and you are any way tied into the risk of the organizations for which you work, you may want to think about attending EnergyTech, October 21st through 25th, 2019. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.